Tis I, Super Tendo Boy, and welcome back to Vanilla Minecraft. So as you can see, I have just gone on a little nether trip. I got the basics from the nether, and if I go on my chest here, I have an extra crafting table, so I'm going to take this out. I'm going to place this in the middle of the room, and I'm going to take the soul sand in my inventory. I'm just going to throw one block on top. And as you can see, we have ourselves a little uncrafting table. So as you can see, we got the U and the C panels here, just for uncrafting, I guess. It doesn't really matter, I guess, what they really said. I just thought they'd make it look nice since the maps were a little, silly looking on the edges. And as you can see, we got the little cobblestone pads on the top to, show the 9 little crafting spaces, excuse me. If we go in here, it says on crafting table, it's got the same display as the last version did. And if we just go ahead and we throw our stone pickaxe on here, as you can see, it makes that little sound effect and destroys it with particles. And we have the crafting recipe for a stone pickaxe. So we can just go ahead and take this out of our inventory. But if I go ahead and throw my iron sword on here, as you can see, nothing happens because I've already used up some durability on my iron sword, and this system does not allow you to use items that have already used durabilities, just so you can't duplicate items. And if we grab this golden shovel and we throw this on here, as you can see, we can uncraft that too, and it looks very nice, and we could just recraft it again. And then the best part about this is, just the way this is, I can't destroy it because, you know, obviously there's a bunch of armor stands attached. So, if I go in here and grab myself a block of dirt, and then I throw it on top, as you can see, it turns back into a normal crafting table that I'd be able to pick up. And then throw soul sand back on top, and ta-da! We have an uncrafting table. So, that's my uncrafting table. It's same sort of idea, except this time I have included a one command, so you will be able to put this into your world with one command block. Also, you can have multiple of these in your world. You could have 5, 10, 15, 100 of them, though if you go over 5 you might get some lag because there's a lot of armor stands here. So I'm just going to go ahead and go into spectator mode. And you can see all of these armor stands here, and there's some other ones underground. And yeah, you can probably tell how they work. These are custom player heads, and these are cobblestone fences. Most of this I've already explained in the previous video. The reason why I've done a second version, and I've redone it, is because, obviously, as you guys said, the schematic and a lot of the implementation into your world was really difficult. But now all you gotta do, go into your survival world, put the one command in there, and ta-da! You'll have your uncrafting tables. So I actually have 2 parts to this, and so it's 2 commands, but this one's just for the uncrafting table in general, and this is for the actual crafting. And each item has 2 command blocks to it. And I'm just going to go ahead and show you how you can add your own items. Because for this, I just added all the tools. I just added, you know, diamond sword, diamond, all 5 tools of all 5 categories in here. And then the particles are in here also. So this will be a second command. And to add your own, all you got to do is you have to take one of these scoreboard commands and just copy it, and then take one of these commands, these block data commands, and copy it. And then what you're going to want to do is with the scoreboard one, you're going to just need to change the item ID to whatever you want. So let's see, we can just go ahead and we could change this to dirt, and we'll set the damage still to 1 and the count to 1. And then right here, the number here is actually the item ID of it. So with dirt, that would just be 0. So we'll just set the item ID score to 0 here. Actually, just to demonstrate that it can be any number, I set it to item IDs. I'm just going to set this to 55. And then with our block data command, we put this in here. And each of these little slot tags is one of the slots in the dropper. So if we just go ahead and look through here, we can turn that one to 0 because that's 280 and that's a stick. And we can set that to 0 right there. And, or actually, let's set this one to our, let's set this to a wooden, or not wooden plank, let's see. Let's just set this to a piece of cobblestone, just to show that you can do whatever you want. And as you can see, there's some other things in here just for each of the 9 slots. And then we'll set the score to 55 at the beginning here. That's just testing for the item ID score. So 55 and 55. And then if we are going to come over here, and actually dirt's probably not a good example because I would turn it into a crafting table. Let's just go ahead and use wool and use a damage of 5. And let's go wool right here. So that would be lime green wool. And that should give us, I believe, some cobblestone and whatever else was in that other command. So yeah, we just get 3 pieces of cobblestone because I took that off of the stone hoe. So it's a little confusing to add your own, but for now I just added all the tools. If you guys want to, I can also release a new one command for different groups of crafting items, but obviously I'm not going to do all of them because that's a lot of command blocks and that's probably going to destroy your world, and you probably aren't going to use all of them. So that's about it. The rest of it's pretty self-explanatory, using armor stands, and just like in my in my sifting video, I aligned all the armor stands using item frames, and when you throw the dirt on, it just kills all the armor stands. But that's the basic idea. If you guys want a further explanation, you can just tell me in the comments below, but this video is already getting pretty long. As I said, there'll be 2 one commands in the description, one for the basic commands here, and one for the crafting bits. And I guess that's about it. As always, thank you for watching.